जय जय श्री गांधर के गिरिधारी चैतन्य महाप्रभु की, सर्वविघ्नविनाश लक्ष्मी नरसिंह भगवान की, भक्त शिरोमणि भक्त प्रहलाद महाराज की, पतित पावन श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदी। हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji, for the wonderful Kirtana. So today we have chapter 5, Karma Yoga Action in Krishna Consciousness. Yesterday we saw transcendental knowledge covering history of Bhagavad Gita and different types of karma. So today Prabhuji will explain about karma yoga action in Krishna consciousness, like doing our duties in devotion of Lord Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. And before that, there are some instruction as usual. Like you can rename in case if you are still using your device name as your name in this meeting, and keep away from distraction for the next hour or so, and hold on to your questions till the end. And request you to switch on your videos if you are comfortable to do so. Thank you. Hare Krishna, we can start.
Yes, thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Okay, once again, welcome to all for today's session. Today, like Bhagavad Gita, chapter 5. So, Karma Yoga, action in Krishna consciousness. In the third chapter, we saw Karma Yoga. In the fourth chapter, we saw transcendental knowledge. Now, combined with the both. This is Yoga in Krishna consciousness, as Guruji was saying. So, in the fourth chapter, Krishna explains about karma, vikarma, and akarma. In this chapter, he explains how is that. And this chapter rises by the question of Arjuna. He says, Krishna, you say about the transcendental knowledge and then about the karma yoga. Doing karma also is important, and to be transcendental also important. So what should I do? Which is more preferable? Which is better? And he says both. Both you have to combine and do. So you have to do your, that is your responsibilities you have to perform. And okay. So that is your responsibilities you have to do. But how to do that? That will be explained in this chapter. Okay, this is all very transcendental, very, very divine and subtle. It is. It's difficult to understand with our materialistic knowledge, with our limited intelligence. So let us chant prayers to Guru and Krishna with a humble mood from the bottom of our heart. Pray to them so that by their mercy we'll be able to understand this. Okay. Please join me for that. Om Ajnana-timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Jaya Pataka Swamini Namine Nama Acharya Padaya Nitikripapadaya Nagora Katadamadaya Nagar Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Grimyat Kripatamaham Mante Shri Gurum Dinataranam Paramanandam Madhavam Chaitanya. So as usual, let us show our thanks, our gratitude, and humble obeisances to His Divine Grace Avicharanaravindra Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who is the founder Acharya of International Society for Krishna Consciousness, by whose mercy today we are all able to understand this transcendental knowledge, Bhagavad Gita, and trying to implement in our life. Yes, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So before starting today's session, let us see what we discussed in yesterday's session, the 4th chapter. Eternal knowledge. So transcendental knowledge, divine knowledge, eternal knowledge, just we try to understand with a small story. So what is our materialistic intelligence? Calculation is based on the logic. But what is reality? Do we have Krishna in our life? Then everything, as yesterday I was explaining, whatever the possession we have in this world is everything equal to zero. Without Krishna, Krishna is one. When we add Krishna to our life, each and every zero gets its own value. Whatever the knowledge, material knowledge we have, whatever the possessions we have in this material world, all our relation becomes valid when we have Krishna in our life. Without Krishna, whatever you possess, it is just a zero. Yeah. Then who can acquire and Guru Parampara? We saw these two things. So who can do this? Who can get this? Only a devotee who is devoted to the Lord with this humble prayers and with the service and whose very friend. That was the relationship between the Lord and the devotee is very near. Then he will be able to understand more and more. As much as we surrender to the Lord, that much Krishna gives the intelligence for us to understand this. And we need this parampara. This knowledge comes in parampara, comes from Guru disciplic succession. Without that, it was actually broken. So he started with Arjuna. Before that, he imparted it to Vivasan, the sun god. Clear? So if we are connected to a parampara with this authorized knowledge, authentic knowledge, then it is as it is, perfect. Or else if it is interpreted knowledge, definitely it is misleading us. The same Bhagavad Gita, very easily it can mislead us when it is in the hands of the demon. He uses the same quotings and he says, that's what Krishna is saying. You have to mislead, you have to go in this way. There is no God. Many ways, you can take however you need the same Bhagavad Gita message. So when it is in the good Acharya's hand, with the complete faith, we can receive as it is. That's what Srila Prabhupada says, Bhagavad Gita as it is. Yeah? Then accurate understanding, the misconceptions that we had in our previous days that regarding the caste system and whatever you worship, wherever you worship, whatever you do, it's the same result. And the Brahmanas who are exploiting something, all this kind of many kinds of misconceptions, all was cleared yesterday. Krishna says, Chaturvarnya Maya Sustam Guna Karma Vibhagasha. It's Krishna who created this Varnashrama, and it is a must. It is the, what I can say, our daily life. It is the nature. It is the mode of each and every personality. To run a society, definitely we need all the four. Otherwise, the society will not run. Okay? Then the actions, that is karma, vikarma, karma, visa. Whichever we do according to the scriptures, it's karma. Against the scriptures, vikarma. Anything to please the Supreme Lord is karma. And what is the benefits and the effects of this also we saw. And finally, surrender. To understand all this, definitely we have to surrender to a spiritual master. When we surrender to a spiritual master, definitely everything gets eliminated. Very simple. That's what we pray. No? Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya. We are all in Ajnana. We are in the darkness. It is the Guru who shows the torchlight to us, gives the light to us. All this knowledge is there, but it's a Guru who gives the light. And so that through that light, with the help of light, we can be able to understand this. And who will receive this? Only a faithful person. Okay? Only a faithful person will receive this knowledge. And this knowledge is eternal. It is transcendental. It can liberate us from this material world. So many things we saw in the yesterday's. Now today's chapter. The most important point, and you can see here, stay in the world. How to stay in this world? Then the three doers, whenever we do any activities, it is actually done by three personalities. Who are they? Then equal vision. What is the vision that we have after achieving this transcendental knowledge? What is the vision we should have? This and the peace formula. In the end, Krishna says. As usual, I start with a small story. Very small story, but it gives such a lot of message for our life. And today it's most important. How should we live in this material world? How do we live? And what is the results? How we are struggling it. Whether Krishna has provided whatever we need or not. Many things. It's a small story. Here, one day what happens? Lakshmi Devi. Lakshmi Devi and Narayana, they are sitting in the Vaikuntha. And one devotee is very eagerly praying to Goddess Lakshmi. Give something because he's very poverty stricken. Like poverty is not very poverty stricken. So he's having a land to cultivate. And he cultivates some fruits, some vegetables, or some greenery, or something like that. He goes to the market, sells that, takes the money, and that is the living. So day to day, he has to work and live. So he's having his own family, that's wife, children, in this way. So every day he's praying. So one day in very bad condition, he was just praying to Goddess Lakshmi Devi. On that day, Lord said, Lakshmi Devi, your disciple is praying a lot. So please help him in some way. Okay. See, whatever we get through Lakshmi also, it is only by the orders of the Supreme Lord. Not that directly she'll provide us. Okay. So according to the Lord, she thought of helping him. And what should he do? From his house, little far his land is there. He started keeping gold coins, gold biscuits, you can say, or gold coins. 10 gold coins were kept on the way, so that if he can pick the gold coin, he'll become rich and he'll be happy. So just in the morning, he opened the door. As soon as he came out, he saw that gold coin. He was so happy to see that. He thought, yes, my life is settled. No need to work hard here. Then he went a little further. He saw the second gold coin. Oh, he was the most happiest person. He thought the whole life long, no need to work at all. Just I can sit and live my life. He went little another further. He got the third coin also. And now there's no limits to his happiness. He was saying that me, my children, and my grandchildren, everyone can sit without working, can sit and lead a life happy, full of life. So much bliss and happiness will be there with these 3 gold coins. Clear? Then he went further. He got the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. All the 10 gold coins he collected. That's it. That is the story. Now the question rises, whether he was happy. Just in 3 gold coins, he thought that me, my children's, my grandchildren's, everyone will lead a happy life. Now he has got 10 gold coins. Whether he is happy. Is he happy there? No. Till his death, he was searching for the 11th gold coin. Will he get the 11th gold coin? How much ever he searches, he will never get that 11th coin in his life. Why is that? Because Lakshmi Devi has not kept that 11th coin. She kept only 10. Understood? That is our life. Krishna has given us whatever we need in this life, but we are not happy. We are searching for the 11th coin, which is not there in our life and which will never be achieved in our life. That is what our endeavor for the whole life. So how can we be happy? Bhagavad Gita teaches us how to be happy. Just be happy in what we are accepting or what we are getting in life. And no one is happy with the wife, with the children, with the parents. Why is this? Hare, according to my karma, I got my parents. Let us be happy with them. See, with their hard work, they're giving us a small cycle. Let me happy. Why should we see the others who was getting the two-wheeler or the bike or car? Always depending on my parents not provide me this one. No, they have given you the best possible what they can give to you. And when we get little elder and when we get married, Hare, my wife is always serving me. Why should I see the neighbor's wife? See my neighbor's wife, she's going to work, she's earning, she's doing that, this, many things. I'm not happy with what I have got. And with my children's. See the neighbor's children is getting first rank, first class, but you not reading properly, you're not studying, you're not getting good marks. Always unhappy. Why is this? be happy in what I have received. This is according to my karma. See, my son will be like me. I am not a great personality. I am an ordinary person, somewhere working in a clerk or somewhere I'm doing it. And my son will be same as myself. So let us be happy. Accept what I have got it. Be happy in what I have received. That's the mercy of the Lord. And let us see the below me who are all there. So below your son, there are many others who are not even getting through the exams. They're failing and many things like that. Let us be happy that my son is better than them. Why to expect more and give problem to the children, to the family? Whole family will be suffering. Everyone will be crying. Everyone. Why is this required? Never ever you'll get that 11th coin. Remember, because it is not enough. So first, let us be happy for today. Yes, let us think on tomorrow also. We should have a plan. That's what Krishna says. Karma nyevadikaraste ma paleshu kadachana ma phala karma. Ma karma phalahur etus. So sorry, forgot the second line now. Karma nyevadikaraste ma paleshu kadachana ma phala eti. I don't know why. I forgot. Okay. So this verse says that do your activities. You are responsible to do this, but the results you just provide to me. The same thing we have to do. Lead a life, happy life. Don't ever expect for the results. Whatever it's there, it's all on the mercy of Krishna. It's coming and based on my karmic reactions. That's what today we'll see. So just be happy in our. Okay. Now let us go further. And today's acronym is STEP, S-T-E-P. Stay in the world, free doers, and equal vision and peaceful. Stay in the world. This is from the first to the 12 verses. We'll see this. Okay. So confusion again, work or renunciation. As I was saying previously, Arjuna is in a confused state now. Whether should I be a renunciant after taking this transcendental knowledge, or should I work? What is more important? And one more thing, Krishna says one more thing. So work in devotion, not just work. Yoga. Yoga is nothing connected to the Lord. I'll say in the next chapter, the 6th chapter about yoga. So work with devotion to please the Lord, akarma, when you are doing it, how happy life is. And renunciation is something yogis take. By their own endeavor, they're controlling many things. You can see the results of it. Allows us to act from our eternal position. What is our eternal position? Our swarupa. I have already explained this. Our swarupa is our constitutional position. Jivera swarupa Krishnera nityadas. Clear? Jivera swarupa, constitutional position of a jiva is nityadas, eternal servant of the Lord. Clear? Say, as I was saying, the example of water, fire, and everything. The constitutional position of water is liquid. Constitutional position of fire is heat and light. The same way, the constitutional position of sugar is sweet. The same way, the jiva's constitutional position is service to the Lord. We are doing the same thing, so we are always happy. But what about a renunciant? Soul is active, difficult position to maintain. Soul is always active, always in a service mood. There, what a yogi is doing, he's sitting in somewhere Himalayas, closing his eyes and forcefully is making his senses not to be active. So it is impractical. He cannot do that. Different to his Swarupa or constitutional position. This purifies the heart because heart is getting purified. By chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra every day, Cheto Darpanam Arjanam Bhava Mahadavagni Nirvapanam, our heart's contaminations, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Madamatsarya, everything is removed. So we are always purified. Here, stopgap solution doesn't purify the heart. There's nothing called purification there because there's a gap between the soul and the activities which you are doing there. It is not natural, no? So it's difficult. Then joyful process, senses engaged. Senses, they don't rebel us because we are engaging them. Senses are always active. The only thing, we are showing the direction for the senses. We are not holding the senses. It is going on its force. Actually, so many days it was going in a wrong direction. Now we are just showing the right direction for the senses. It is as usual. It is taking the right direction happily. Struggle, senses negated. Here, senses are stopped. So once you stop something, how can I say? For a vehicle, always the accelerator is automatic. You're always in 100 speed, you think, and you keep the brake hold. It's a struggle, because accelerator is already given. So it has to rotate now the wheel, but you're catching the brakes. It is struggling like anything. The same condition of a yogi who is trying to control the senses. But bhakti is not controlling the senses. It is left free. Only thing you are showing the direction to go in the right path. by the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. It's very simple. Then complete renunciation. This is complete renunciation. Yesterday we saw that. Yukta Vairagya and Palgu Vairagya. Sorry, in the 3rd chapter. No? It's Yukta Vairagya. So you are engaging it. So you know who's the real proprietor of everything. So Krishna is the proprietor, engaging each and every item, whatever we have, to the Lord. And we are also being very happy with the Lord. Just taking the Lord in our life, making him as the center point and leading a life with him. Here, incomplete renunciation. Because everything is there in the front of my eyes, and closing the eyes and being without touching it, without seeing it, it's very difficult. Then quickly attain the Supreme. Because we are in our natural process, very quickly we'll attain the Supreme Lord. Here takes many births. Krishna says in the 7th chapter, Bahunam Janmanamante Jnanavan Mam Prapatiti. Jnanavan takes Bahunam Janmanamante, many lifetimes to acquire the knowledge and get to this. Now, how to act in karma? Work becomes yoga or worship. Many have these questions now. Work is worship. Let us work. Why we need to go to the temple, go to the Lord and do something. Pujas and this thing on. Why this is all rituals, waste of time. Isn't it? We are all very modernized people. We think it's actually when it becomes worship, when our work becomes worship, keeping mind and senses under control. This Krishna says, keeping everything in control, not letting it loose whimsically. No. Under the guidance of a spiritual master, based on the Shastric references. And act without attachment, no desire for results. We have to do our responsibilities. We cannot give up. Because I am a responsible father, it's my duty to take care of my children, my family, everyone. If I'm a husband, I should take care of my wife, children, and my parents. If I am a son, I should take care of my father, mother, and my sisters, whoever I am. This is our responsibilities. This is homely responsibilities. What about outside? So the world, what is my job in my office? What is my responsibility? And as I've taken birth in this Bharat Bhumi, in India, what is my responsibilities to the country? All these responsibilities, we have to do it, but without attachment. And act with body, mind, and senses only for the purpose of purification. Just think that this is my duty and perform it without any expectation or without any result for the 11th gold coin. No. In our 10 gold coins, we should try to be very happy. We are happy actually. That is our natural condition to be happy, and we are happy. Only thing with our contaminated intelligence, we try to be unhappy. Definitely, always we are very happy. Once we get connected to the Lord, we are always happy because we are living a life of reality. Other than that, so many days it was a life of duplicity. What I am not. I'm not that. I'm not in my neighbor. I'm not a film actor. I'm not a hero. Whatever we see in the movies, we cannot be that. Even they are not that. How can we be? It's just they're showing us, agitating our senses to be that. And that creates a lot of, what I can say, distress in our life. Okay, now results of such work. When we do such kind of work, what is the results? You can see this lotus leaf. This is how we have to live in this material world. Never ever it is attached to the water, but it is staying on the water. You are able to understand? It is staying on the water, but it is not attached to that water. The same way we are living in this material world, but we are not attached to this material world. Krishna says here, Brahmani adaya karmani sangam tektva karoti yaha lipyatena sapapena padmapatram ivambasa. Krishna is giving the example here. One who performs his duty without attachment, surrendering the results unto the Supreme Lord, is unaffected by sinful action as the lotus feet is unattached by water. This is how we have to live the life. Stay in this world. This is how. And once I was saying your responsibility is take care of your wife, your parents, your children, everyone. Yes, but without attachment. We should have a Krishna consciousness mood that no one is related to me. Even my wife, my children, nobody is related to me. Why they are related? Because they are related to Krishna. They are Krishna's children. I am also Krishna's child, and he has given me a responsibility to take care of them. So I have to take care. This is how we have to lead our life. So Krishna, Aham Bija Pradapita. Krishna says, Aham Bija Pradapita of all the living entities, he is the father. So if we have this knowledge, then we don't have any rival or any enmity on anyone. All are my brothers and sisters, all are related to me. And he has given me the responsibilities that in a form of a wife, in a form of a mother, father, children, many ways, just to do my duties. Okay? See, performer is unaffected by sinful action. Definitely we don't get any sinful reactions by this. Then is dear to everyone and everyone is dear to him because I don't have any enmity on anyone. Why will not be dear to me then? Yeah. Then attain peace, no anxiety over the results. It's always peaceful life because I don't expect anything. Even I get 1 rupee of it, I'm happy. 100, definitely. 1,000, more happy. Whatever I get, I'm happy now. If I already had an expectation of 10,000 somewhere or 1 lakh, what is the result? Whatever I get, I'll be unhappy. Clear? Very simple. So expectations make us happy. And Arjuna pondered. Hearing this, now Arjuna is raising another question. How can I be detached from the actions performed by me? Now, do you all get this question? Have you all thought about this very discussion? How will I do my job and be free from the reactions? Krishna says this. So actually, you should have this knowledge. How can we be free from this? The 3 doers. Actually, it is the soul. Soul, it's we. Then the super soul, the supreme Lord, and the material nature. Actually, who is doing the any actions is being done by the Prakriti, the 3 modes of nature. It's actually in the 3rd chapter, Krishna says, Prakriti kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvasha ahankara vimudatma kartahamiti manyate. Everything is done by the 3 Prakriti. It is the 3 modes of nature. It is Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, and Tamoguna. Right? Ahankara vimudatma, with false ego, the Jivi thinks, it is me I'm doing. That's what we claim. No? I am the protector of my family. I am the doer. I am taking, without me, how will it be like this? This house was constructed by me. I am taking care of this. I am doing this. I take all the karmas. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. All the dust or all the waste thing, just put on my head. All the contaminations taking and putting on me. This is what we are doing. See, what is our activities that, what are we are capable of doing here? Krishna says, soul desires. That is it. That's the only independence he is having, just to desire. Using his free will can desire things. Just I can have a desire that, for example, I have a mobile phone here. Lift this mobile from here and keep it here. This is the only desire I have. You're able to understand? Just lifted the mobile, kept it here. This is my desire. But how is this happening then? By the sanction of the Lord. As Paramatma is sitting there, according to my karmic reactions, he sanctions. Upadashtanamanta chabarta bhokta maheshwara. Sitting as Paramatma, what is his duty? Just permits. Sanction based on karmic credit. Then who is doing it? Is it me who will lift this and kept here and there? No, it's Prakriti. So material nature carries out. That is my body. My body is made out of, you know, that gross body and subtle body, 5 elements, then the 3 elements of subtle. This is my body, and this is Prakriti. You will see in this in the 7th chapter. Bhumi raponalavaya kammana buddhi revacha ahankara ityama binna prakrita rashtada. Krishna is very clear. So he says this. This is my, that is also separated energy of the Lord. So this is the Prakriti which does the work. It's not me. It is the 3 modes which has been done. Carry out the actions to suit the desires. When I have a desire to fulfill my desire, Krishna is my supreme father. Is very dear to his son. He fulfills each and every desire of us. He says, Tatastu, let my son be happy. So all our desires get fulfilled by Prakriti, so we are happy. Yesterday I was saying that, this thing, how the child wants to lift the dumbbells, but it's not possible. But father, he lifts and he feels that, oh, I'm lifting, I'm great. That's what. And we think, oh, I'm great, I'm able to fulfill all my desires. Definitely it is Krishna who is doing. That's why we say, without the orders of Krishna, not even a single blade of grass moves, definitely. Now the question arises, Who will get the results of this? Everything has been done by Prakriti and Krishna. Why will I should suffer for this? Because that action happened only because of my desire. If I had not had that desire, where is the action? This mobile may not be moved from here to here. Only thing I had a desire for it. Why will Krishna wants this mobile to come here and go there? Clear? So the result is to me. What is the result? Simple example to the same mobile. There is an ant here. Without unknowingly, I wanted to keep it here. I kept on the ant. Just it lost its life. And the karma comes to me. Because I had a desire to move this. And now because of my action, this happened. So I'll get the result. Very clear. So you can see in this chat. Jiva desires Ishvara based on karmic credit. He sanctions and Prakriti performs the order of the Supreme Lord. And it fulfills the desire of the Jiva. Jiva becomes temporarily happy. I'm very happy with this mobile now. Because I had a desire to move. I moved it. I'm very happy. But desire is not satisfied. He wants more. He wants better. Now I'm able to lift this mobile. Now I want to lift a bigger one. More heavier than this. But my strength may not permit to do till the end. What is the karmic reactions I have? Only that much I'll be able to do. Then the Jiva gets frustrated. Jiva becomes frustrated and feels hopeless when the desires are not fulfilled. When my desires are not fulfilled, I want to become a Bill Gates. I want to become a very rich person. Where is this thing? Is it possible? No. What happens? He gets frustrated. He is having more and more expectations. He is beyond his reality life. Now the question arises, will that desire not be satisfied? Is the Supreme Father, will he not satisfy the desire that I should be the richest person of the world? Definitely it will be fulfilled. Definitely it will be fulfilled, but you have to wait for that. Till that you get the credit for it. The karmic credits you have to get. You have to do so much of punya. A small story I'll say. Time may not permit, but still I'll say a small story to understand this. In Bhagavad Gita, in Mahabharata, Dhritarashtra had a question to Krishna. He asked, my dear Krishna, why am I suffering like this? In front of me, I've lost all my 100 sons in this battle. Why is such kind of a suffering to me? Why is this happening? What the karma I have done to suffer in this way? Then Krishna says, so in your 51, previous to 50 janmas, you were a hunter. You were hunting, and once what happened? A tiger chased you. You ran on top of a tree. You sat there. For the whole day, the tiger was waiting for you below the tree. So as a time passed, what you were doing? You just pricked the eyes of a bird. It had 100 small eggs or the kids of the bird. So you just pricked the eyes of a bird. That's the father bird. Then you started killing all the chicks that the bird had. All the 100. So the same result you're not able to see now. But you know that all your children are getting killed. You're suffering the same result what you did in your 50th birth previously. Now the question arises, another question. Dhritarashtra asks, yes, Krishna, I agree to your words. I have done some karmic actions, so the result which I am struggling now or suffering with it. But why did I need 50 janmas for this? Why not in the next janma I should suffer? Why I took 50 janmas for this? Then Krishna says, you not had the karmic credit to have 100 children. To achieve a child also we need the karmic results, We should have that punya. So you took 50 lifetimes to achieve that punya of 100 children. And this lifetime you have that punya to get 100 children. So that karma has come now. You got the 100 children and you have lost your eyes and you have to see the death of all your children. Clear? So whatever, be careful. That's what from the second chapter Krishna says, Dhyayata Vishayan Pumsa Sangha Sanjayata Kama Kamat Krodha Vichayate. Don't desire, be intelligent. Desire to our limits. Don't go beyond that. Each and every desire is a bondage to us in this material world. Simply, many times, for example, many mothers we should see, when they are very much frustrated with their son or their child is giving some trouble to them. I pray to the Lord that for my 7 lifetimes, I shouldn't have any children. Just verbally they pray. And what the Lord will do? Because they had a desire in the past. For 7 lifetimes, they may not have any child. What will they do in that lifetime? They'll be going for all the temples, all the this thing, and they'll be praying to the Lord, please give me children, give me children, give me children, because I don't have a child. What happens? Next, after the 7 lifetime, they get the child. And once again, they pray, I don't need a child. This is what is happening in our life. Please don't desire anything. Just lead whatever you have happily. And if you have a desire to please the Lord, join Lord to our desires. I'll say this in this somewhere in the 10th or 12th chapter, somewhere this point will come. I'll explain how to pray to the Lord also. Okay. Now, desire the culprit. That is a desire which makes us contaminated. It's a culprit which makes us to bind in this material world. As we saw in this 2nd chapter, there's a verse, 59th verse. Vishya vinivartante niraharasya dehinha asovajam rasoprasya param drishtvani vartate. When we try to taste the higher taste, then there is no need of the lower taste, of the material taste. When you are happy with the Supreme Lord, chanting the holy names gives such a, see, it is said, Shraddha Sadhu Sangha Bhajana Kari Anartha Nivritti Nishta Ruchi Nama Ruchi. When Haridas Thakur was just beaten in the 22 marketplaces, just to stop, not to chant, was not able to do that. And other persons, they said, Hare Baba, you're going to die, please stop chanting. Because he was a Muslim. And the Muslim king was punishing him to stop chanting. He said, if I stop chanting, I will die. This is only my body is in struggle. Only the beating I am getting is only for the body. But if I stop chanting, my life will go. That was the taste Ruchi he had in chanting. We are with a contaminated tongue, contaminated heart, contaminated mind, contaminated everything. So we chant, we are not getting that same taste. But once we purify, there is a purifying agent also, the Harinam. When you are just chanting, feel a taste. Never ever you can give up in our life. Once you have that taste, then all this material desires all becomes very insignificant. You don't even desire for it. That's why you should see this Mahatmas. They go to the forest, they're least bothered of this material appearances. When even Narada Muni's pastime, he was just passing, he was seeing so many gold mines, diamond mines, and so many things. He was not attached for anything because he had a higher taste. Param Drishtvani. Clear? So what is that higher taste? Engage yourself in chanting, reading, and devotional activities. It's very simple. Okay. Nadate kasya chittapam na chaiva sukrutam vibhuhu ajnane navratam jnanam tena mushyanti chantavaha. Nor does the Supreme Lord assume anyone's sinful or pious activities. Embodied beings, however, are bewildered because of the ignorance which covers their real knowledge. Our real knowledge is covered by our contaminated desires. Lust. Saw this from the 3rd chapter. The lust covers our real knowledge. By this, we think that I'm happy with our material needs, the bodily needs. I'm happy with my senses. No, definitely happiness comes from within, not external. Within. When we serve the Supreme Lord, when we have the service to the Paramatma, then the real happiness comes from within, not from external. We don't get any happiness. But with ahankara, with lack of knowledge, the jiva thinks that I'm happy externally. But Supreme Lord is not responsible for anything. The results is based on his desires. Krishna will not take any results. He's not. Why should he take also? Because the actions are happening by the desire of the jiva. Then, after getting this knowledge, what is our real position? How do we be? Is a real equal vision, like vision changes. So many times I'll be saying, engaging in Krishna consciousness, our vision becomes spiritualized. Here it is said, Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmini Gavihastini Shuni Chaiva Shapake Pandita Samadarshina. We become Pandita. Pandita is a person with full knowledge, very simple. So how to recognize a Pandita? What should quality she should have? The very basic thing is Vinaya, Vidya, Vinaya Sampanne. The Sampanne, the quality that is having is Vinaya. You can just see a tree, when we have a mango, raw mango in a tree, it is just standing. When it becomes fruit, day by day it gets ripened. You can see the fruit, day by day it is getting down. It becomes humble. When we are having more and more knowledge, that means we should become more and more humble. If you are egoistic that I'm a double graduate, I'm a PhD, I'm that, I'm a doctor, I'm an engineer, I'm that, this, definitely that is not knowledge. Knowledge makes us humble. If we are humble, then we should think that, yes, this person is with knowledge versus humble. There's a problem. A pot filled with water, never shake more. When it is half filled, there's a lot of shaking, a lot of sound it makes. The same way, with half intelligence, we make much sound. When we are with this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, it is coming to a full state. No show off there. This will be very humble. Okay. So then what is this vision with this knowledge? Brahmane gavi hastini shuni chaiva shapakicha. Samadarshinaha. See, the humble sages, by virtue of true knowledge, by this knowledge, true knowledge, see with equal vision a learned and a gentle Brahmana, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and a dog eater. Outcast. He sees a Brahmana and a Shudra in the same level, not showing this is different, this is different. Even a dog and a Brahmana in equal position. Then he's not a mad person. So, for example, a Brahmana is coming, he's welcoming a Brahmana and giving him an asan and making him to sit on a asan. And when a dog comes, oh, I mean, equal vision, come, dog. He will not make another seat for the dog and make him to sit. He's an intelligent person because according to his karmic reactions, it is in a dog form and is in a Brahmana form. He gives the respect according to the body. But inner knowledge, he knows that. So the Supreme Lord within all the living bodies. So equal vision. But nowadays see, what is the use in having material knowledge? A small story I say. Because once, what happened in India? So all scientists were invited for a program. So it's a big assembly. It was in a resort, in a forest, in a big resort. They had arranged for a big gathering of all the scientists all over the world. Many scientists came and there was a big boat and everyone entered the boat and everyone went to the resort. Later part, after a little bit late, another scientist came. So the ship has been already moved. So there was a small boat. He requested the boat person, can you just drop me there? Yes, sir, that is my duty. Please come. They sat, and while going, it's a small boat, while they're going, this scientist saw the trees on the banks of the river. He saw the trees. Wow. Do you know about these trees? It has so much of medicinal qualities in these trees. So that person, the boatman, said, no, sir, I don't. Oh, you don't know this? 25% of your life has been lost because you don't know this trees about this tree. Then he was going, he saw the mountains. My goodness, this is such a valuable stones. This is such valuable granites. If you dig this, you might even get diamonds within it. You know about this? That boat person said, no, sir, I don't know this. I'm a boatman. Where will I know this? He said, oh my God, you lost your 50% of your life. Then just going further, he saw some oily item on the water. Wow, such a precious oil is this. You know about this? That boat person said, no, sir, I don't know this. He said, your 75% of your life is lost. This boat person started thinking, Hare, my dear, sir, what is this? Before I drop him, he'll say that my 100% of your life is lost. Because not knowing these things. Okay, anyhow, they were going. Meanwhile, what happened? There was a strong wind and this whirlpool like wind came and now the boat started rotating and they were about to fall to the water. Then this boat person said, sir, my dear sir, do you know swimming? This scientist said, no, I don't know swimming. He said, oh my dear sir, Your 100% life is going to be lost now because the boat is going to sink now. He just dived into the water, he started swimming, and he reached the bank of the river. But this scientist, he knows about the trees, he knows about the mountains and the stones, precious stones and diamonds, everything, about the oil and everything. But what happened? He just sank into the water and left his life. Lost his life. This is our life. What is that? We know about science, we know about social, we know about politics, we know about economics, we know statistics, and so many things we know. But we don't know ourselves. What am I? Who am I? To whom I am connected? What is my purpose of life? We are just sinking in this Bhavasagara, the ocean of this birth, death, old age, and disease. We are just sinking in it. As a scientist sank in that water, the same way we are also sinking. What's the use in knowing all the other things without knowing the purpose of our life? Vidya, Vinaya, Sampanne. That is this Vidya. Who am I? The Vidya contains of three qualities. Yesterday I was explaining this. Who am I? Who is the creator? And what is the relationship between them? That's it. This is Vidya. No knowledge. What is the use in knowing many other things? So our vision becomes equal. Just see what is the effects of this vision. So it becomes equal in happiness and distress. There's no sorrow in this. Whatever comes in our life is happy. You can see the devotees of the Lord. For example, you take Pandavas. They had so much of struggle and challenges in their life, but they were always happy because they had a strong faith and they can see Krishna in each and every action. They were happy with that. Krishna is there, the protector of the world is with us. He is protecting each and every of our difficulties. Why should I be in a sorrow? You can see the assembly of that Hastinapur in Draupadi. They were about to insult her. But Krishna protected. Yes, Krishna gives such kind of examinations even in our life. But how much faith we have in Krishna? Definitely, Draupadi had the faith. He came and helped her. They're naturally tolerant. Many other demonic persons, they interpret that pastime and they say in different ways. That's different. Let us try to understand with acharyas. Okay, the natural tolerance. Naturally, you'll be tolerant because you don't have any expectation. So whatever comes to our life, you are already accepted it. And actually, naturally, we have that tolerance. Then genuine kindness within and without. As we see the relationship of everyone are related to the Supreme Lord. So we have the kindness and equal to all. Then give up unrealistic expectations from himself and others. You don't unexpectedly or unrealistically will have any expectations that I should become a boss, I should become that. You should understand what am I? What is my qualification? What is my limitations? Lead a life accordingly. And no expectation from his wife or from parents, from kids, nowhere. Why? He knows. This is my karmic reaction. Only such kind of a wife I'll get, such kind of parents and children I'm getting. Yes, be happy with them. That's it. Then peaceful existence. In this way, you'll be very peaceful. So equal vision on others. Real brotherhood. Because his Supreme Father is Krishna for all the living entities. Perceives everything as temple of the Lord. So he sees every body as a temple because Paramatma is within everyone's body. So in those days, we should see, I don't know about you all, but my family was a good traditional and cultured family. So whenever by mistake, when I was a small kid, when by mistake my leg touches a dog, Krishna is within it. You just touch the dog and keep to your head. They used to say, do a namaskara to the dog. Just I'll touch that and keep to my head. Because by mistake I touched my feet to the dog. That's the culture. Actually, that is the culture of Bharat Bhumi. That is the India. But nowadays we are always behind this Western culture and we're spoiling ourselves. That was a real life. We were able to see everywhere the Lord. And that became superstitious. That Hindus means they start worshipping even trees, stones, that, this. They made us so much degraded by their, what I can say, materialistic knowledge. And we also thought, yes, because we used to send our children to their, what I can say, schools. It's all demons. Hiranyakashipu was a demon and his school also was a demonic. They tried to teach Prahlad Maharaj this demon thing knowledge about what we study now, mathematics, statistics, this, everything, that kind. But Prahlad Maharaj was a devotee of the Lord. He was always enchanting the holy names of the Lord. See, you should go to the past tense, you realize so many things out of it. Okay, then peace formula. And you can see this last verse, very, very important one. Peace formula. Bhoktaram Yagdatapasam Sarvalokam Heshwaram Suhridam Sarvabhutanam Gyatva Mam Shantam. These three things is required for Shanti Mam Richati. To be Shanti, to be peaceful. What is that? The very first one is Bhoktaram Yagdatapasam. Bhoktara, the enjoyer. Who's the enjoyer? It is only one. Please try to understand. It's only Krishna who is the enjoyer, no one else in this creation. Others are all enjoyed, but both get the same happiness. Just I'll see a small example to understand this better. Just see the relationship of husband and wife. Actually, the husband is the enjoyer. Will the wife not get any satisfaction with it? She is more happy than the husband. Actually, she's been enjoyed by the husband, but still she is getting the happiness. The same way, we are all just Prakriti, the nature. So the Supreme, the Purushottama, Purusha or the Purushottama, it's only the Supreme Lord. He's the only enjoyer. When he is enjoyed, we also get the same happiness as Purusha. That's what, when we start serving the Supreme Lord, we get the same happiness. What he is experiencing with our service, we get the same happiness by serving the Supreme Lord. This point this should be very strong in our heart. He is the only enjoyer. So you just go to purchase some fruits, apple, banana, whatever. I am not the enjoyer. It is for the Supreme Lord. Have the Krishna conscious mood. Purchase that fruits for the Lord, offer to him. And there's no karmic reactions also for this. You are also happy. Lord is happy because Yasmin Tushte Jagat Tushte, Krishna says in Padma Purana somewhere. Yasmin Tushte. If the Supreme Lord is happy, Yasmin Tushte Jagat Tushte, the whole world is happy. This is the real knowledge. Try to make the Lord happy. How much ever he is happy, so much even we will be happy. This is the formula of happiness. And the next point, Sarva Loka Maheshwara. He is the proprietor of all the creation. Akilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaka. He is the real proprietor. Sarva Loka Maheshwara. Everything belongs to him. And he is the protector of all the living entities, including me. Suhridam Sarva Bhutanam. He is the only well-wisher to me. He is the only well-wisher. See, my parents will not protect me. If I'm a wife, my husband is not able to protect me. My children will not protect me. Yes, they might protect my body, but not me. And you will be thinking, hey, they are protecting her. My father is taking care of me. My husband is taking my child. Is grown up. Because of him only I'm leading my life. Many things like this. Yes, they protect only our body. But I am a spirit soul. Spirit soul is being protected by the Supreme Lord. Atma is being protected, taken care by Paramatma. No one else can protect us. So he is the only and the only well-wisher for the Supreme Lord. So Sarva Bhutanam, Bhutanam, all the living entities, is the only well-wisher. Even after my life, he continues with me. He never gives up. But my parents, my husband or wife or children, they just give up. Once I die, that's it. That is the end of my relationships. But Lord never gives up. How many ever lifetimes I am, he is always as Paramatma with me. How merciful is the Lord, you know. It is said, some in scriptures, basic, what I can say, the affection is been given to mother. Mother is the lowest of the Lord's mercy. That's been given a little bit of quality to mother. We see, oh, mother is so great. She has so much of love to the child and so many things we see. But it is million times more that Lord loves us. We are not able to recognize that. See, for example, Lord as Paramatma is with us. Now you degrade your life and take a life of a hog. A stool-eating hog. Even there, Krishna is with me. He never gives up. Okay, forget about that. You become a worm in the stool. Within the stool, you live a life of a worm. Even there, Krishna as Paramatma. Never ever he gives up. Never he gives up his child. He is always with us as Paramatma. This is the Supreme Lord. Jnatva mam shanti nichati. When we have this knowledge, peaceful life, always the Supreme Lord is with me. Actually, Krishna consciousness gives us peace and courage and so many things it gives. Once long back, when I was taking the classes, so many of them I used to ask in the very beginning, what the result, what your experience after coming to Krishna consciousness. One Mataji said, she was a middle class family. So she used to go to garments for work. Every day she used to go to work and she come back to the house in the night around 10 o'clock. So there was a road with a dark, pitch dark. There's no lights, street lights, nothing. She used to come from the garments and she used to go to the house in that road. Every day she used to hold her heart and she used to go. She don't know about whether some dacoits or somebody will come or even the dogs. It might come and bite me or something in a fear or in the any snake is going that way. In a very fearsome state, she used to cross that road. Every day, was her life. And she said, after coming to Krishna consciousness, I hold the chanting bag in my hand. I chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and come. I feel someone is with me. When I'm passing that road, I feel somebody is coming with me. And I'm so courageous. I'm so, what I can say, happy now. But somebody is there, some protector is there. Just by chanting that Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, she felt that the Supreme Lord is with her, protecting every moment. This is what we experience by chanting Hare Krishna. See, each one have their own experiences. One is feeling something. In that way, they have their own experiences, and Krishna reciprocates accordingly. Okay. It's here. Bhoktaram ektatapasam sarvalokam maheshwaram. The very first this. Bhoktar is only enjoyer. When we are giving something to the Lord, you get millions of times more than what we are giving. As I was saying, the example of husband-wife. He is a Purusha. When he tries to enjoy, the wife gets more happy than what the husband is getting. The same way, you can see in this Vrindavana Leela also. Once, what happened? There was a fruit vendor, one lady. That is what happens in the villages. In those days, that was this thing. They used to give some fruits, but there was nothing called like money. They'll give some grains in exchange way. So she used to come and Nanda Maharaj always, he'll give some grains. And she'll give the fruits and this was happening. Once there was nobody in the house and the fruit vendor, this lady, she came with fruits. And Krishna was there, was a small kid. Oh, he thought, let me also give some grains and take the fruits. Even in small hands, he took a little bit of grains. He started running towards the lady. He just came and he wants to drop that grains. But in his hands, already it's spilled on the way. Small kid. It's a pastime Krishna is showing to us. So every Leela of Lord is a lesson to us. He comes there, his hands was empty. Only 2 grains were there. And that mother was very lovingly. Oh, my dear Krishna, you need fruits. Yes, but sorry, I don't have anything in return. Oh, why do I need anything from you? Please take all these fruits to you. She filled his hands with all the fruits. Krishna was happy. She took the empty basket, kept on her head, and she started moving. Without any expectations, she served the Lord. She pleased the Lord. What was the result? The whole basket started becoming, the weight started increasing. She felt, what is this? The weight is increasing in my basket. She kept it down. It was filled with gold, ruby, diamonds, jewelry, and so many things was filled in this basket. Just try to please the Lord. Millions times more than that what you have provided to the Lord, it comes to return. Don't think, oh, I'll be getting cash, I'll be getting something in this way what the fruit vendor got. No, we get prosperity, we get happiness in returns. Don't always expect money gives happiness. No. We can see so many millionaires are suffering like anything. They don't have a peaceful sleep at the night. Money will never ever give us happiness. When we serve the Lord, it is the prosperity. Prosperity means our understanding is money. No. Prosperity is a good relationship with all the living entities, with our parents, with our wife, with our children, with our relatives. Who's having a good relationship nowadays? Always quarrelsome. Even husband, wife, those days in one house, more than 50 people used to live happily. Nowadays, even husband, wife, 2 people cannot live in house. Always egoistic. Only this thing should be greater. Only my word should come. Always challenging mood. There is no happiness. And nowadays, the children get married and they become separate. Forget about children now. Getting married itself, there are so many diverse cases in the court. Why is this happening? There is no Krishna in their life. Without Krishna, no happiness. In those days, Krishna was there, so they had happiness. Hare, 20 children, father and mother used to live and they had 20 children. They all lived together. Nobody had this kind of an egoistic that I am great. They thought my father is great, my brother is great. They did not think that I am great. But nowadays, always I think I am great, I am great. So I'm not in a position to agree anyone's decision or suggestions because I am superior. This is what is happening. Shrudam Sarva Bhutanam. Just accept Krishna in your life. He is this Ananda Swarupa. Is a form of happiness, bliss. You experience that just by inviting him to your house. Then Sarvaloka Maheshwara, real controller and the real protector. That's just, you can see the pastime of Draupadi. How much he used in returns, just once. Indraprastha, they have had this Rajasuya Yajna. Then it's a big story, I'll just make it short to understand. In that, Shishupala started chastening or insulting Krishna. After his 100 mistakes, he just gave that, left this Sudarshan Chakra. And in Yajna, actually, there shouldn't be any blood. If any one drop of blood falls, then the Rajasuya Yajna becomes a waste. So that Sudarshan Chakra just cut the throat of Shishupala and sucked all the blood from his body. Then when the Sudarshan Chakra came in return, there's a small cut in the hand, in the finger of Krishna, and it started to bleed. Only one drop of blood. And Draupadi was sitting on the big hasan on the top. Just seeing the blood on the finger of Krishna, she ran from there. My dear brother, it's bleeding. She just tore the new cloth, new sari, and she just rotated it to his finger. My dear sister, you are so lovely to me. Sure, torn your new cloth and sari and given to me. In this return, each thread I'll give as a sari. That's what happened in that assembly. That Dushasana, he was just pulling the sari of such a powerful person, Dushasana. He was pulling the sari and there was tons and tons of saris. He got tired and he just fainted and fell down. Just imagine how much sari might have been pulled from Draupadi's. There were so many tons of saris came. One thread of that sari transformed to a big sari. This is what returns to us. He is the Sarvaloka Maheshwara. He is the protector of everyone. Once we have Krishna in our life, we'll experience different kinds of bliss, not only one kind of happiness, different kinds, with courage, with activities, with many other living entities, with the co-brothers, with the colleagues, and many things. Even with the nature. Even with the nature, we can experience this. Even somewhere you're going in urgency and rain is coming. Oh, my dear Krishna, what is this? I might miss out this interview because it's raining. The moment the rain will stop, as soon as you enter, the rain starts. Many experience that. I have experienced, and many of my members, they share this. Me also, many times coming in a two-wheeler, rain starts and think, oh, Krishna, I'll never even say anything. Oh, it's raining, I'll become wet. In that way, just the rain will stop. As soon as I enter my house, rain starts once again coming. The Prakriti is with us. Just imagine how blissful the life will be. This is happening in our life. Definitely, if you want to experience all this, just become a pure devotee. That's true for them, Sarva Bhutanam. There's so many stories I can say. This is the photo of a Sudama. You know the story of Sudama. What did he give to Lord? a dried chipped rice. So he was a pautistic, and so his wife reminded him, please go and ask Krishna something. Actually, he had not had any expectation that something I should take from Krishna, but he was my childhood friend. I should see him once. After so many years, I have not seen him. Let me go and visit him. Okay. But how should I go in empty hands? So the wife ran outside and started to beg something from the neighbors. Then they gave some dried chip rice. So she brought that. At least you can give this to your friend. She tied in a cloth and gave to him. So in the walk from there to the Dwaraka, he was just meditating on the Lord, and he saw the Dwaraka, such a beautiful place with big, big palaces made out of ivory, gold, platinum, and this way. So, and Rajavi, these big, big roads, and beautiful it was. He came to the gate, and the gatekeeper stopped. Who are you? They said, I am friend of Krishna. What? Such a person, you don't have a proper clothes, stolen clothes you wear, and you say, claim that you are the friend of Lord Krishna. And they said, no, really, I'm his childhood friend. He said, okay, wait here, let me go and inform to the Lord. The gatekeeper went inside and informed. And actually, it was in his personal room, Krishna was there, without his uttari also. Without his uttari, and Rukmini Devi was serving his lotus feet. He got the message that Sudama is waiting for him in the main gate. At once, he forgot even to wear his uttari. He ran from there. Just imagine the Supreme Lord, forget about Lord, who's a proprietor, who's a great king running outside in this way. He had 16,108 wives. Everyone started running behind him. And whole kingdom, everyone started running. Why Lord is running like this way? He came to the main entrance. He just embraced Sudama. This is how he accepted his friend. This is how Krishna accepts us when we are his pure devotees. Then he invited him inside and he made him to sit on his asana, the topmost asana. He made him to sit, and he washed his legs, Sudama's legs, and Rukmini and everyone. They just sprinkled the water on their head. And finally, after some time, Krishna asked, what did you get to me? He said, how can you show the dried chipped rice to Krishna? He said, no, nothing I have, nothing I have. No, something you have brought to me. How can you come with empty hands? He just searched for it and he took that dried chipped rice. Just took that one chipped rice and kept it. And the second time, and the third time when he took Rukmini Devi. Who is Rukmini Devi? Rukmini is the goddess of fortune. Sakshat Lakshmi Devi. She came and got hold of this lotus feet of Krishna. Krishna, please sufficient. Don't eat this third. If you take this third mouth, what will happen? Eternally, as a servant, I should be in Sudama's house. Please enough. Nobody could understand what is happening here, but Lakshmi Devi was able to understand. Okay, he stopped. After that, even he did not ask anything with the Lord. He was so happy, and the next day he left to his house. And Krishna also did not give anything to him. But his wife said to collect something from Krishna because they were very poverty-stricken. So he came meditating on the Lord's pastime. Oh, Krishna took care of me like this way. He respected me so much. Oh my goodness, what is this? What a fortune person I am. In that way, he was thinking and coming on the way. He saw that jobdi which he had, the slum, a small hut. Now it is transformed to a big palace. Oh, what is this? There's a big palace here. And a beautiful lady with silken cloth and with full of jewelry. She's coming outside. Oh, who is this goddess of fortune like who's coming outside? Actually, it was his wife. She came and got hold of his feet and see, Krishna has given so much to us. So they were a happy family, and he did not had any, what I can say, expected for the wealth or anything. It was his wife and children were happy. And he was always meditating on it. This is a small pastime there. And many will ask a question to Krishna. Krishna, you gave so much of opulence to Sudama. Why can't you give him directly? Why did you give in a hidden way, not knowing to him? Then Krishna says, how can I give? What qualifications I have to give to my friend? He gave me the dried chips, the chip rice. It is not equivalent to my all creation. Even he did not had the chip rice. He went to the next neighbor. He brought from there. But I am so insignificant. The whole creation belongs to me. Where should I go to for begging? The chip rice is not equal to my whole creation. That is the value Krishna gives to his devotees. That's what Rukmini Devi came and stopped him. Please don't take the third bite. If you take the third mouth, what will happen? Eternally, I should be serving Sudama in his house as a servant. That is the position Krishna gives to his pure devotees. Just become his devotees sufficient. Okay. Then Jnatmamam Shantim. See, this was what the last one. You can see this Westerners. They have accepted Krishna consciousness. See their bliss, their happiness. They're just dancing on the streets, chanting the holy names. They're least bothered. Who is saying? Is anyone here ready to dance on the road, chanting the holy names? Are we ready? Oh, we feel so shy, no? Hey, that person is saying me, this person is saying me. So much of egoistic within me that I am this. I'm not able to do anything. They're out of it. When Krishna is with us, nobody's. See, they're just least bothered. Who is seeing me, who is not seeing me? Krishna is seeing me. That is sufficient for me. I'm happy with his holy names, chanting his holy names and dancing. This is Jnatva Mamsha. This is the knowledge, which is eternal peace in us that we get. Okay, Hare Krishna. And in today's topic, chapter, what we saw, stay in this world, how to stay in this world. Very important, as a lotus leaf. Remember this story, 10 gold coins, never ever expect the 11th one. What we have, try to be happy in that. Don't expect more than that. Yes, definitely you have to do your duties without expectation. And who is the real doer? It's be happening because of my desire. But the real doer is the Prakriti. It's not me. It's actually Krishna who's sanctioning my desires, and it's Prakriti which is executing the actions. It's not me. So just show the gratitude to the Lord and to the Prakriti also. Anything is happening good in my life, it is only because of Prakriti and the Lord. And anything bad is happening also, it's because of me only, because of my desires. Yeah, then equal vision. By this, you should have equal vision, seeing all the living entities. Even seeing a mosquito, you should see that the Supreme Lord is within us. As soon as mosquito comes, this is not life. Hare, we kill so many fruits. Forget about non-vegetarians. Vegetarian people, they kill so many fruits and vegetables and eat. A small mosquito is living on my body with a drop of blood. But what we do? As soon as some ant comes or some mosquito comes, we just kill that. How merciless we are. No? And we don't recognize this also. Oh, it is biting me, I should kill that. So how many vegetables and fruits are coming and killing us because we are killing them? No? Just see, this is knowledge, equal vision. Then I shouldn't eat anything. Yes, we should eat, but for the pleasure of the Supreme Lord. Offer to him. Everything, whatever you're cutting, the vegetables or the fruit, it's for the Lord. Whatever we are preparing, it's for the Lord. Give to him, offer to him. There's no karmic reaction in that. Even that vegetable is happy with it. Oh, my life is sacrificed for the Lord's pleasure. That means I will be getting liberated in this life. I'll be getting a human life and get liberated. Even the vegetable, fruits, rice, dal, everything is happy with it. Just by offering to the Lord. Okay. And the peaceful formula, having this knowledge, we be peace. This is the formula. Uktaram Ignatapasam, Sarvaloka Maheshwaram, Sruhudam Sarvabhutanam. These three things, you just understand this, definitely we will be happy. Okay, fine. So what is there for tomorrow? Tomorrow is Dhyana Yoga. Tomorrow you'll know about this yoga part. Ashtanga Yoga, what is sitting posture, what is standing posture, what is pranayama. Many things we'll be learning tomorrow. Okay. So tomorrow's topic is enemy or friend, Ashtanga Yoga, success or failure, and yogi. Krishna in the last, he says, Yoginam api sarvesham madgatena antaratmana. Who is a real yogi? Who is the perfect of all yogis? That's what tomorrow Krishna will say. Let us wait till tomorrow to see what's the answer that Krishna is giving. Now there's a quiz link. I request each and everyone to participate in this link. It's important. Definitely it is beneficial. Okay. Thank you. Let us chant once Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Kalir Doshinide Rajanaste Mahan Gunan Kirtana Deva Krishna Mukta Sangha Parambrajet. Kalir Doshinide Rajan. This Kali Yuga is filled with faults. Asti Ekun Mahan Gunan. Only there is a one great quality in this Kali Yuga, especially in this Kali Yuga, that is Kirtana Deva Krishnasya. Direct instructions. Kirtanat, chanting. Eva Krishnasya, only Krishna's holy names chanting. What is the result that we get out of it? Mukta Sangha Param Rajet. You get liberated from this material world and you will be qualified to enter the spiritual world, Vaikuntha or Golaka Vrinda. Clear? Yes, thank you. And this is our details, Lakshmi Nasamade. Any obstacles in our devotional service, definitely when we pray to Nrsimhadev, remove all our obstacles and we can become a pure devotee of Supreme Lord, Radha Krishna. Okay? Krishna. This is our ISKCON HPR. Now, let us take any questions, answer to it. Before that, let us see any announcements. Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. I have an announcement. So I launched the poll, Prabhu. Just we discussed. So you can explain what we are looking
Yes. So I was discussing with Raju Prabhu. I don't know how far you are all not able to ask the questions. So we thought it might be a language barrier. So you're all come to the English class, but I don't know how far you're able to ask the questions in English. So you are hesitant, I think. So in that way, you can ask your questions in your own language, whatever your mother tongue is. I'll be able to answer happily with your language. Prabhu, will you create a poll? Let us know more.
Prabhu, it's already created and shared. Prabhu.
Already created? Is it? I not see that, no?
The
No?
host and co-host cannot see. Prabhu. I'll share the results at the end of the poll. Prabhu.
Oh, okay. Is it? Sorry, Prabhu, I not see that. Fine.
Now the 32, 15 participants only attended the poll. Prabhu. I think everyone must attend this poll, so it will help us to.
Now you can once again repost it, Prabhu. Resend it. So now you can just see that in the poll. So there'll be option of languages, that is Kannada, Telugu, Tamil, Hindi, whatever the language or English.
Meanwhile, you can take any announcement from Chandrasekhar Prabhu, then I'll share the result.
You can see. So that we also will be coming to know which language people are more here who are connected to this session and this. So I'll be really happy to answer the questions in whichever the language you are willing to ask, you can ask. Okay. Yes, Chandrasekhar Prabhu. You can continue.
Okay, Prabhu. Prabhu, shall we go through the yesterday's questions?
Yes, Prabhu. Meanwhile, if anyone is having any questions, you can raise a hand.
Yeah. So if any of you have questions, so please raise your hand. So yesterday there were questions from Vaishali Mataji and Mohan Raj. I think both of them are here in the session. If they can ask directly, that's also fine. Vaishali Mataji. Okay, I'll read it. Can you make it a little bit bigger?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Am I audible, Guruji?
Yes, Mataji. Audible.
Okay. So I know that Krishna Bhagavan is the supreme, but it is said that the other gods are only can only give material benefits and Sri Krishna. So these gods can give only moksha and can give only material benefits and not moksha, like Shiva or Devi.
Yes.
There are many people who follow them also very sincerely, very staunch devotees. So what is the difference? I just want to know.
Okay. What was the question? Can you read?
Yes, Prabhu. So the question is, I understand the basic point that our Sri Krishna is the supreme Lord, but there are many people who are sincere devotees of other gods like Shiva and Devi. So why is it said that these gods can give only material benefits, not moksha? How or why is Lord Shiva unable to give moksha?
Yes. It's very simple. The Supreme Lord is only one. He is Krishna. He can only give the moksha or the liberation. So why he should give moksha to others who are not endeavoring for it, or not willing to be liberated from this material world? So why should he provide that? That means he's against their free will. Is against their desire. I myself is not willing to get liberated from this material world. I'm with this. I have so many desires to be fulfilled in this material world. That is why I've come from the spiritual world to this material world. So why should he give liberation who's the Jiva who is not willing for it? And what about other Devi Devatas? Actually, you can just wait for till the 7th chapter, 9th chapter. It's very clearly Krishna says there. So you can say now also, but I don't want to say, because I wanted to give the answer through the scriptures, through the words of Krishna, not my words. So I don't know how far you'll take serious in my words. If it is the words of Krishna, definitely there's ultimate. There's no other alternative for it. You have to take it. So in the 7th chapter and 9th chapter, very clearly Krishna says what is the position of Jivas, Devatas, and the Supreme Lord Krishna. And in the 3rd chapter also he says, that is how the creation is done. Actually, then what is wrong in, many will say, then I am a strong devotee of Ganesha, strong devotee of Shiva or a Devi. What should I do? Be the devotee of Lord Shiva. Who is Shiva? Vaishnavana Meta Shambho. He will direct you. That is what happened in my life also. I was a strong devotee of Devi, Durga Devi. In the 8th chapter it comes. Who is Durga Devi? Hare, she is the sister of Lord Krishna. She takes care as Durga. Wow, she is the jailer of this material world. Hare, when we are really asking for liberation, definitely they'll send through to Krishna. If I'm asking something material needs, definitely they'll fulfill. They will give whatever I'm asking. If I ask for liberation, then they say, yes, now you are qualified to go to Krishna. You go and be a devotee of Lord Krishna. Otherwise, see, one thing, everyone are not in the same platform. But knowledge is different than being what we are. Knowledge makes us to know where am I, what am I, that's it. And what is Lord? What is Devat? How to try to explain you? Okay, for example, husband, wife. So wife is serving the husband. Husband is a clerk in an office. And there's a manager also. And when the husband, the manager comes to house, she knows how to serve them. She serves them because he's the manager, higher post. She serves him better and everything happens. But never ever she thinks that the manager should be my husband because he's in a greater position. No. The same way, when we are praying Lord Shiva or Ganesha, we should understand what is that. We should be happy with what I am serving. And definitely because of our material needs, I am here. When I start thinking of liberation, definitely my consciousness develops accordingly and I'll be able to go to the Supreme Lord. Krishna says this, Bahunam Janmanam Anta Jnanavan Mam Prapadyate Vasudeva Sarvamiti Sa Mahatma Sudurlabha. So, cause of all causes, it is Lord Krishna. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Nadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. He is cause of all causes. When we are able to try to understand this, when we come to that knowledge, we surrender to Krishna. Till then, it is all the Devatas, they are protecting us. They are also elevating, they are helping us. So, just in my life, what happened? So, I was just, what I can say, devotee of Devi. Like every Friday, I used to make a garland, go do Abhishekam and things like this. Then, when they had not had any materialistic desires, so when I started showing pure love, the same thing transforms me towards Krishna. See, she shows the direction. Then somebody will come, show this Bhagavad Gita, happened something, and ISKCON came near my house just when they visited twice, thrice something, and a friend of mine was there and just connected. As before only I was very enthused to know many other things, like then gave this Srila Prabhupada books. That's the end of my life. Then I felt everything, rest all, it's byproduct of this Krishna consciousness. So still we are in a lower platform, or it's not even lower platform. My understanding is that so even now we should never ever stop the worship of devatas. We have to do that. I'm a Ganesha devotee. Let us be Ganesha devotee. What is wrong in it? As soon as we think Krishna is Supreme God, then you shouldn't change. I am wife of a clerk. As soon as I know the manager, I shouldn't change to manager. I shouldn't become a wife of manager. No. Yes, it takes time. It takes time to understand all this. So once you come with the pure consciousness, then definitely the same God whom you are worshipping, let it be Devi Devatas, whomever it is, or Baba, or whatever, they make you to come to the next level because you don't have any desire in this material world. Want to be liberated, just take lotus feet of Krishna. They guide us. Okay, yes.
Okay. Fine. So next question is from Mohan Raj Prabhu.
Yes, yes.
So it says, how does the Varna system actually helps us to attain systematic development of Krishna consciousness? What is the impact and use of such a segregation on common man? Mohan Prabhu, if you are there in the meeting, you can switch on your video. I think you are there.
This is natural. Varnashrama we discussed yesterday itself. It is very natural. It has been created by the Lord. Created in the sense it is already existing. From my birth, my nature is there. My mode of understanding, or the gunas, what we say, it is already there with me. Someone you can see from the birth itself, they'll be very intelligent. Some will be very dull-headed. Some will have their own kind of art. Some painters, from the birth they can paint well. Without any training, they are painting well. How is that happening? Right, since that is their nature. So Varnashrama system, it's a nature, it's created accordingly. That is it. And in those days, Gurukula, it is the duty of the spiritual master to recognize whether he is a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. For what is he qualified? And he do accordingly. But nowadays, what is happening? Our education system is such like, it is, what I can say. I have no word to explain this. So everyone are brought in the same platform. There's no differences at all. Even donkey also same, cat also same, human also same. Everything in the same platform it is coming. No, those days, and now they say if you're not educated, you're useless. No, you don't read the books, you're useless. No. Even you can be a illiterate and you can be the topmost of everyone. You can see that also nowadays. Many persons, they don't have any education. One person, his whole family education comes to 12th standard, it seems. One is 4th standard, one is 3rd standard. Everything included comes to 12th standard. And they are the millionaires. So we are so foolish. We think only by that studies is perfect. No. So already our nature is there. So it is the duty of the spiritual master, guru. Nowadays there is no gurus in the schools. We see teachers. Those also, I don't know how far, I'm not offending anyone here. They are teachers. But actually, teacher's duty is that to recognize what is the student. But the system itself is wrong, what a teacher can do. The system itself is wrong. There should be a Gurukula and the kid should be recognized who is he and engage him accordingly. We should make him life perfect, based on his Varna, Ashrama, everything. So it's recognized. Varna is 4 Varnas and 4 Ashramas. So Varna is Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. These are the 4 Varnas and 4 Ashramas. Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha. So as a sannyasi, how should be? As a Grihastha, as a Brahmachari, how should we lead a life? This is all the Varnashrama system. Actually, Varnashrama system accepts all the levels of the human being and it makes them progress from that level to the next level. That's it. That is Varnashrama. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So next we can see there are few feedbacks and then we can see the daily report.
Yes, bro. I think we saw the daily report. Let us see.
Not yet, bro.
Is it? Okay. Feedback. Let's see.
Okay, bro. So after yesterday's session, the feedback, there are few. Like Nandita Mataji says it's really a useful one. Venkatesh Prabhu says it's great. Harsha SG says amazing. Manupriya Mataji has written a big feedback. Says, Guruji, we are eagerly waiting for the next session as we are learning a lot. And yes, the sessions are making making us sensitive and emotional beings once again, which we have forgotten in this rat race of living in these concrete jungles. The way you connect to stories and also to the chapter is so nice that I couldn't stop my tears 3 to 4 times while in the session. We are moved so much and able to realize that the sessions started becoming intense from yesterday. Thank you so much, Guruji. Hare Krishna. Fortunate and blessed to get the knowledge from authentic person like you. Pranamam, Guruji. Om Guru Bhyo Namah. This is from Banupriya Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Yes.
And Sridhar Prabhu says lessons to learn how to lead a happy life. And Raghavendra Prabhu says good sessions.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. So we can see the poll result.
Prabhu, are you able to see the result screen?
Yes. Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, I'll share it. So 20 and 7 devotees have suggested English is better, and 10 devotees
We are not
asked
able
Kannada.
to get that.
So we are not able to see the screen.
No,
Result
no,
poll.
no, Prabhu. No, Prabhu. No, Prabhu. Excel sheet I am able to see.
Okay, I'll stop this share and I'll share.
Yes, Prabhu.
How about now, Prabhu?
Still you are not started sharing, Prabhu. Raji Prabhu?
Prabhu, actually, the result screen is sharing, but I don't know.
I think
Chandrasekhar,
it's not
Yes,
visible.
Prabhu, I am able to see it, Prabhu. It is popping up.
Then why I am
you are not able to see it, Prabhu. For everyone, it's showing. I'll read the results.
Maybe
Prabhu.
read the results, Prabhu. That should be fine.
English, 7 devotees. Out of around 40 devotees, the 22 devotees have attended this poll. Prabhu. So 7 devotees have requested English. So 10, the maximum is Kannada, Prabhu. 10 devotees have requested the question should be asked in 10 Kannada. And the Telugu, 3 devotees, and Tamil, 2 devotees. Hindi, no one is there.
Which is more, Prabhu?
Kannada, Prabhu. So I think from tomorrow we can ask everyone to their comfortable language, Prabhu. The questions they can ask in their comfortable language. Prabhu.
Yes. Yes. But we always expect some questions. Because that makes sure that whatever we are conveying you, it is reaching to you. Without questions, it is something like, I don't know how to explain this. Without anything, something I'm doing for this 18 days and no results or nothing is happening is what the use is. Some questions. When you are actually doing something, you get many questions. For a person, you ask him to start cycling, very beginner. You ask, where is the brake? Where is the pedal? How should I do? There's so many hundreds of questions will come when you start cycling. For example, riding also, brake, where is the starting? Where is the key? So many questions will be coming. But here, I'm not getting any questions. That means nobody, I don't know how far you are doing it correctly also. Questions are always. Okay, fine. Thank you. Anything else, Prabhu?
Prabhu, can you share a daily report as well? I think we didn't see that, right? Raju Prabhu.
In the beginning, Raju Prabhu showed, but you did not see that. Meanwhile, we were discussing something. Fine, Prabhu.
So, yeah, quiz attendance 28 devotees, chanting 19 devotees, and Navadhyaya by 18 devotees.
Maybe the 18. One reduced? Okay. Okay, fine. But why others are not doing it? Chanting. See, actually, I'll say the secret of this or the reality of this. The purpose of this 18-day session itself is to show you what is the reality of life, make you to chant and do Naivedya. Get connected to the Lord. This is the only process so where you get connected to the Lord. So by that, the whole 18 days chapter becomes fruitful. After hearing all this, you are getting connected to the Lord, then it's well and good. That's it. Nothing else after this. You should start chanting and offer something to the Lord. These two things is a must for everyone. Otherwise, the 18 days, whatever you're attending or doing it, it's actually a waste of time. You don't do anything in your life than just hearing. There's something always I give an example. For example, cooking. You were hard endeavor for cooking, firing the stove and getting all the grocery and cooking in hard. And finally, everything taking and dumping into a waste dustbin. What is the use? Isn't it? After cooking, you have to honor it. You have to taste it. So this 18 days session and 1 hour, the precious time you are spending here, so that you have to experience the happiness also. The fruit of it is chanting and offering. Yeah. Okay. Hare Krishna. Thank you. So I thank each and everyone for attending today's session. So let us chant once Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. So you the option to unmute yourself and say once Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and leave the meeting. Okay. Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Viraj Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Vaishali Mataji, Hare Krishna, Kavita Mataji, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Sandhya Mataji, Hare Krishna, Uma Mataji, Hare Krishna, Mini, Hare Krishna, Divya Mataji and family, Hare Krishna, Bhavani Mataji, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Bhavani Mataji.
Prabhuji,
Yes.
yesterday you told about a quote tied to a tree, and then you said we'll take it later, and we did not get that essence still.
Yesterday I told Mataji. I think you left it earlier.
After the session is finished.
Okay. Just I asked the question about it and then later part I explained it. So what's your answer, Mataji? Whose decision was that? It was the goat's decision or the God's decision to stand there?
No, I did not hear that. I think it is God's decision that the boat stands there.
It's the God's decision. Okay, fine. Mataji. Actually, it's the both of the decision, Prabhu, Mataji.
Yes.
The God's decision. Actually, I was explaining that. The rope, the length of the rope is the Lord's decision.
Mhm.
So Lord has given the independence to walk till for 10 meters. 10 meters rope is the Lord's decision. Beyond that, you cannot cross. But with that 10 meters limitations, wherever you stand, that is the goat's decision. Goat's decision wherever it can stand. So
Right.
that length of the rope increases when you are more and more surrendered to the Lord. And when you are away from the Lord or disagreeing to the instructions of the Lord, the rope decreases. The length of the rope decreases. So I was giving the example of some animal also. Even you already left, you are there. Mataji left.
I'm here.
Oh, you are there, Mataji, sorry.
Yeah.
Your video, so I was not able to see you. Fine. Okay. Then what I was saying? Yes, you can see the example of animal also, like a cow. When it never listens to its master, what it does? It just puts that mugdara, we say, nose rope. He just ties it because it is not obeying to him. And even then, if mischievous, it is not listening to him. When it is left for grazing, no, they tie the nose rope to the leg so that it shouldn't run. It will be struggling and walking and grazing. So when you're not obeying the master's words, you'll be tied. Your independence decreases. When we surrender to the Lord and accept His supremacy and go according to the instructions of the Lord, our independence increases. That's what I was explaining.
Thank you.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Okay, thank you to all. Sindhu Mataji, Nanil Prabhu, Chandrasekhar Prabhu, Rajesh
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Raju Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Chandrasekhar Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Namo Prabhu. Thank you all for joining the session. We'll again join tomorrow.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.